Josh Hoey, world indoor champion, the best 800-meter runner in America. On Saturday, he stood in Boston, chasing a record that had stood for 29 years, a record set before he was born. Hoey just destroyed it. On Saturday, January 24th, 2026, Josh Hoey did the impossible. He broke the indoor 800-meter world record. At the new Balance Indoor Grand Prix in Boston, Hoey ran 1:42.50. He took 0.17 seconds off Wilson Kipketer's legendary mark of 1:42.67. That record had stood since March 9th, 1997, almost 29 years. When Kipketer set it, Josh Hoey was not even born yet. Hoey was born on November 1st, 1999, more than 2 years after Kipketer ran 1:42.67 in Paris. Now, Hoey owns the record, and he is only the second person in history to break 1:43 indoors. The only other person was Kipketer himself. This was one of the oldest records in track and field, and Hoey just erased it. Let's talk about what happened. Hoey came into the race as the second fastest indoor 800-meter runner of all time. Last February at the U.S. Indoor Championships in New York, he ran 1:43.24. That was the North American record, and it made him the closest person to Kipketer's mark in nearly 3 decades. All year, Hoey had been closing in on the record. In December, he set a world indoor 600-meter best of 1:12.84, also in Boston. 7 weeks before this race, Hoey knew he could break the record. He said so before the race. When a reporter asked if he thought he could do it, Hoey said, "Yeah, definitely." But getting to the starting line was not easy. Hoey revealed after the race that he had a setback in training. An MRI showed tearing in his hamstring. He had to bandage it up. He had to hope it would hold. "We bandaged it as best we could, and it wasn't too bad, thankfully," Hoey said. "So I was able to get in the training I needed and give this a go." The race plan was simple. Hoey would be paced by his older brother, Jackson Hoey. Jackson's job was to run the first 400 meters in 50 seconds. Exactly 50 seconds. Not 50.2, not 49.8, exactly 50. Jackson nailed it. He ran 50.02. Hoey was right behind him. At 400 meters, Hoey was at 50.21. "I heard 50.0 and I almost started laughing," Hoey said afterward. "I talked with Jackson about that, and he hit it beyond perfectly." At 200 meters, Jackson had led the pack through in 24.81. The pace was fast, but it was controlled. Around 500 meters, Jackson stepped off the track. His job was done. Now it was all Josh. The next 2 laps were run alone. No one could stay with Hoey. He was chasing the record, and he was chasing the green pace lights on the track. The track at New Balance has a system called wave light. Green lights run along the edge of the track at world record pace. If you can stay ahead of the lights, you are on pace to break the record. Hoey stayed right with them. At 600 meters, he was at 1:16.19, still on pace. "I could see the lights out of the corner of my eye and they kept teasing me," Hoey said. "It gave me a little bit of extra motivation because I didn't think I had it at the end." With 200 meters to go, Hoey was still ahead of the lights, but he was fading. The last lap hurt. His hamstring was sore. His legs were heavy, but he kept pushing. Coming down the home stretch, Hoey did not know if he had it. He crossed the line. He looked up at the clock. 1:42.50 world record. When Hoey saw the time, he could not believe it. He thought he had missed the record, but there it was, on the board. 1:42.50, he had beaten Wilson Kipketer. He had become the fastest indoor 800-meter runner in history. "I was pretty excited," Hoey said. Behind Hoey, second place went to Filip Ostrowski of Poland. Ostrowski ran 1:44.68, a personal best, but more than 2 seconds behind Hoey. Third place went to Ryan Clark of the Netherlands. He ran 1:44.72, a Dutch indoor record, but nowhere close to Hoey. Hoey had won the race by more than 2 seconds, and he had destroyed the world record. This is the story of how Hoey got here. Hoey is 26 years old. He is from Downingtown, Pennsylvania. He went to Bishop Shanahan High School. As a high school senior in 2018, Hoey set the U.S. high school indoor record in the 800 meters. He ran 1:47.67 at Boston University. That record stood for 7 years until it was broken by Cooper Lutkenhouse in 2025. Hoey was supposed to go to the University of Oregon. He had committed to run for the Ducks, but after high school, he turned pro instead. He signed with Adidas. He was only 18 years old. For years, Hoey struggled. He bounced between coaches, he dealt with injuries, he could not break through. But in 2024, everything changed. Hoey started working with coach Justin Rinaldi. The progress was immediate. In February 2025, Hoey won the 800 meters at the Millrose Games. He ran 1:43.90, the second fastest indoor time in history at the time. 2 weeks later, he won the U.S. indoor title. He ran 1:43.24, a new North American record. In March, Hoey won the world indoor title in Nanjing, China. He ran 1:44.77. He beat Elliot Creston of Belgium by just 0.04 seconds. It was the closest World Championship 800-meter final in history. Hoey had become the world indoor champion. At 25 years old, after years of struggling to break 1:45, the outdoor season was even better. In June, Hoey ran 1:42.43 in Stockholm, a new outdoor personal best. It made him the third fastest American in history over 800 meters, behind only Donovan Brazier and Bryce Hoppel. In July, Hoey ran 1:42.01 in Monaco, even faster. That time put him at number 2 on the U.S. all-time list. In August, Hoey won the Lausanne Diamond League. He ran 1:42.82 in pouring rain. It was the first 800-meter Diamond League win by an American man since 2021. The only disappointment came at the U.S. Outdoor Championships. Hoey finished 4th. He missed the World Championships team by 1 spot, but Hoey did not let that stop him. He kept training, he kept racing, he kept getting better. In October, Hoey split with coach Justin Rinaldi. The reason was not made public, but Hoey kept training. He trains with his brothers, Jackson and Jonah, at their family farm in Pennsylvania. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Hoey's father, Fran, built a track on their farm. It is an 8-lane track, the same surface as Hayward Field in Oregon. The farm also has a weight room, a sauna, a cold tub, everything the Hoey brothers need to train. In December, Hoey set the world indoor 600-meter best. He ran 1:12.84 at the BU opener. That broke Donovan Brazier's old mark of 1:13.77. 7 weeks later, Hoey broke the 800-meter world record. This is a family story. Jackson Hoey paced his brother to the 600-meter record. He paced him to the 800-meter record. Their younger brother, Jonah, also paced Josh for the 600-meter record. After the race, Josh and Jackson posed together with the digital sign showing the record time. Both brothers were smiling. It was a special moment. "It's been cool," Josh said in a past interview. "I've been able to pass some of the knowledge that I've gotten from Jackson on to Jonah. He's been an amazing training partner." The Hoey brothers train together, they live together, they race together, and now they hold world records together. This record matters because it was thought to be impossible. For 29 years, no one could touch Kipketer's 1:42.67 until Hoey. Now, Hoey is the fastest indoor 800-meter runner in history, and he is still getting faster. Hoey's all-conditions personal best is 1:42.01. He ran that in Monaco last July. That makes him the second fastest American of all time outdoors. The World Indoor Championships are in March in Kujawi-Pomorze, Poland. Hoey is the defending champion. He will be the favorite to win gold again. And he could break the world record there too. The outdoor season starts in May. Hoey will chase the American record and maybe the world record. David Rudisha's outdoor world record is 1:40.91, set in 2012 at the London Olympics. That record has stood for 14 years. It is one of the greatest performances in track and field history. Hoey is 1.10 seconds away from that record. That is a huge gap. But 2 years ago, Hoey could barely break 1:45. Now he is running 1:42.01 outdoors and 1:42.50 indoors. Hoey is getting faster every year, every race, every season. This is the beginning of something special. The 2028 Los Angeles Olympics are 2 years away. Hoey will be 28 years old, still in his prime. If he keeps improving at this rate, he could be the gold medal favorite. But for now, Hoey is just enjoying the moment. He is a world champion. He is a world record holder. He is the fastest indoor 800-meter runner in history. And he is only getting started.